Hello, whoa, I cannot... I am just so bad at these intros, like, all the time. And here's the thing, though, like, whenever you start up the game again, so you guys can tell that I definitely did quit last night. Because I was playing this last night, as in, that was when I started recording it, for the actual first time. And, yeah, I went to bed, I think, like, right after, too. I was so fucking tired, man. It's insane. Seems like I had a hell of a night. It's insane, too, because I went to bed at, like, 9 o'clock or whatever. So it wasn't even really that late, either. It wasn't as late as it normally is. I'll keep up with it. Yeah, we'll do that. I think it's fair just to get to play it at least once or twice. You know, just for the sake of doing it. And just because I don't want to have to not have the option of having full stuff around. I mean, I could have always come back and grabbed that elixir if I wanted to. But, I think it's fine. It was funny, I was planning on starting off this video in a completely different way than what I just started it, but oh well. Things happen, so it's fine. I was going to make fun of Legends ZA, because that's what everyone does. Oh, I mean, don't get me wrong, I mean, I've seen what the game looks like, and I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think it's really... yeah, I don't know. I think I'm probably one of the few that's probably better off not bothering with it. I mean, it could be fun, I'm sure, but... My main gripe, this might be kind of weird, but my main gripe about the game was the fact that it doesn't do the cool aesthetic that the original Legends game did, and I liked a lot. I still have yet to beat Legends 1, but still, I liked the aesthetic of it. I thought it was really cool, doing that whole feudal Japan type. I think it was, well, either way, like, you know, olden style, like older style samurai type look to it, look and feel. So they took that out, and I was like, oh. But then again, I mean, it was based on Kalos, so it's like, I mean, it's got to be based in, what was it called again? Luno City? I forget. It's been a while since I've even played X and Y, to be fair. Kalos? That right? Sounds about right. I don't know. I don't really play Pokemon very much. Which is kind of irritating, because, like, the fact that I don't play Pokemon, people think that I'm fucking stupid. But, I mean, I don't really help that by, you know, adding the fact that I pretend to be stupid. So, I guess that doesn't really work. Yeah, believe it or not, I do know quite a somewhat decent bit about Pokemon, more than just Gen 1 shit. I'm not just a Gen 1er, I promise. But that doesn't mean that I know everything. Like, I mean, if there was, like, you know, just recently introduced, like, a completely new Pokemon, I probably wouldn't know about it. To be 100% fair. I mean, I probably wouldn't know much about it, I should say. I am relatively surrounded by people that do know about Pokemon, so, I mean, there's always a chance that I could end up hearing about it, but... regardless, the point still stands. That I'm not, like, the biggest Pokemon guy. I have thought before, like, it'd be really cool to do a Pokemon Let's Play on this channel, but the only ones I would want to do are very few. And the ones I could do are the ones I don't want to do. So, for example, I mean, as in, like, I owning them physically, I should say. Like, I do own, luckily enough, Sapphire. I probably could borrow, no, that's not true. I can't do that because I don't think it would work. If I want, okay, so here's the first problem. If I want to record Sapphire, I would have to do it, you know, through emulation, of course. That'd be the only way to do it, because for some strange reason, Retron does not allow me to record it on Retron, and I have no idea why. But Emerald, from what I've heard, Emerald works. So I'll stick with Fire Wheels. But I also do want to do Fire Red, but I don't actually own Fire Red. That's the problem. And don't get me wrong, like, I'm not completely, you know, against other ways. But, I mean, still, I think because of Nintendo being Nintendo and being weird, I probably should just stick with actually getting the games. I mean, I could probably ask my brother if he has a copy of Fire Red and borrow that, but... The thing is, like... It would be kind of weird to borrow a copy, and he might not be there for the recording. That'd be kind of douchey, wouldn't it? It's like, that's his game. He should be there for the recording. So it'd be kind of weird if we did it that way. Because most likely, if I did Pokemon, I'm not gonna do it by myself. I'm gonna have somebody here with me. Pokemon Coliseum would be cool. I've never beaten them, but it would be just neat just to, you know, play around with them a bit, I feel. Let's see. Pokemon Gen 3. Gen 5 is really good. I like Gen 5, but recording-wise, it's kind of annoying because of the whole DS issue. But once again, you know, that would have to be done probably most likely through emulation. If only Nintendo and Game Freak... Well, I think Game Freak probably doesn't give a shit, but Nintendo and the Pokemon Company are probably like the two major benefactors of this, I assume. If only they would just get together and be cool with each other and just say, you know what, let's just release a collection, because why the hell not? I just took one look over at my YouTube, like what I was watching a second ago, and I saw on the recommended, because, you know, they have the shorts on the side now. They've had that for a while, but still. There's just a short of Sonic Crossworlds, but it's Maria as a playable character in a coffin as her car. It's fucked up. Honestly, I'm surprised that Maria's not actually a playable character, albeit just in general. I mean, I know she's dead, but you could also put Gerald there too. I mean, they existed in the Shadow Generations DLC thing, so maybe. For those that are wondering, since I did the Sonic Generations project, will there be a Shadow Generations project? And, you know, to kind of fill out the Shadow aspect, would I do all the games that he's in, or the games that they're based on? That would be cool. But, to be fair, I don't know if that would be a good idea, because my copy of Shadow the Hedgehog, the actual game itself, doesn't seem to want to work right now. It might already have disk rot, I don't know, which I'm afraid of. And I might have to buy a new copy, which sucks. But that's the thing, though, too, is you have these games, I mean, even if these games exist in, like, some random store somewhere, there's still a chance that they could still rot, you know? It's not as if, like, rot is just something that's just not gonna happen. It's so scary and so irritating that this is just a thing we have to deal with. And then corporations try to stop people from being able to just preserve their games anyway. So, that's a whole nother mess for other things. We probably shouldn't get into that, because I don't know how, you know, Nintendo and YouTube are going to be about when they hear about these types of things. I don't know. I know it sucks, but I do kind of just want... Like, I'm fine with just getting remasters and getting ports of games. Well, remasters, I mean, that depends. It's more so like, I'm okay if a game gets ported. That's... As long as there's a way to fucking play it on... You know... I'll most likely buy it. I mean, granted, people, you know... There's always going to be the chance of, like, why would I want to buy an older game that should cost only a certain... I mean, because... Well, at least for PlayStation 3, they made games cost about, like, $6 to $10. Like, PS2 games were, like, $11, and then PS1 were, like, you know, a lot cheaper. But then there comes a problem, like, remasters. Make it a game, like, $40, $50. But that really depends on the game in question. Because at least Pac-Man World 2 was good, and it was $30. And they actually added content, so I think that's a fair price. But wasn't Crash Trilogy $40, I think? I think most remasters are usually like $40. I think, again, it just really depends on how you remaster it, too. Like, if you're just giving extra content or graphical update, I mean, you know, it depends. I don't know. I'm of the belief that older games should be allowed to be played, you know, in a lot of ways. But I'm not... Yeah, I don't know. I can't really make that happen. I just want my goddamn games, man. I'm afraid, because the thing that sucks too is, like, digital is, unfortunately, I feel like one of the only ways it's going to be able to preserve games, because, you know, games physically will just rot over time, but a digital scape will at least allow it to stay alive for a little bit longer, if not indefinitely. I mean, probably not that crazy, because, I mean, consoles and PCs and stuff just eventually die out, but, you know, you can always just build new hardware to make it available on there too. But My problem with digital only and going that way is the fact that if we go digital only, there's going to be the chance that most likely Nintendo and most likely Microsoft are probably going to just start deleting shit and saying, nope, you not, especially Nintendo. They're going to be like, nope, you cannot do that. You cannot play Luigi's Mansion anymore because even if you have it physically, you cannot play it on this crazy hardware thing that we have. You got Luigi's Mansion 3? Well, too fucking bad, bitch, because that game is gone. We shut down the ability... We sent out, like, a software to kill off the old console, so you can't touch anything. And by the way, this is a hypothetical for, like, the year, 20... Let's see. What's a far-off year that Nintendo would definitely fuck people over in? Something that would be just the most obvious year. 2026. That sounds about right, yeah. Okay, so the year 2026, we're definitely going to get fucked. They're going to start making it to where, like, your Wii has, like, this weird, strange update out of nowhere all of a sudden that makes it to where you cannot play... You can't play your games anymore. Like, it just... All of a sudden, from the internet, just gets updated. And then, like, if you own an NES or a Super Nintendo physically, Nintendo will come to your house and shove you in a toilet and destroy your console. Now, why did I say Microsoft? Because I feel like Microsoft's just going to shoot themselves in the foot anyway, so... But that doesn't mean that Sony is safe either. I mean, there's still a chance. Like, they got really close to doing that shit with PS3. I mean, they shut down the PSP, but they did not shut down Vita or PS3, thank God, because people were fighting against it. Which, thank you for that, by the way, because there's still plenty of PlayStation 1 games I would like to buy on there. I just don't, because I don't have the reason to buy them yet. Like, I usually like to buy games that I want to play right then and there, but there are times where I do end up actually buying a game that I don't play for a while, so that can't happen. Let's just chop it down to laziness. I ended up buying Tron Bone just so I can at least fucking have it, so I can get through the Legends series at some point, because I would like to play those. I've tried to get into them, but I'm not very good at getting into those games at all. I don't know. And I just recently, too, which you guys know, beat Mega Man Battle Network 4 for the first time ever in my entire life. I owned that game as a kid, and then never did beat it. That was scary. Never did beat it as a kid. I think I got to, like, the final boss, maybe. It was either that or Star Force, one of the two. I would get to, like, the final boss and then just, get completely fucked or something. Because those games, to me, used to be hard, but Battle Network 4 is actually pretty damn easy. When you especially just know what you're doing and how to get through it, so it's not really that bad of a game. And I just started up, like, Battle Network 5 not that long ago. But that's going to be a chore to get through. God damn it, sorry. I did everything I could to make sure I didn't make a lot of, sick, disgusting, dad noises, but, unfortunately, when you talk a lot, it eventually just kind of builds back up and fucks with you. So. Also, I was really excited. I know I mentioned this before, like a bunch of Ninja Gaiden 4 stuff. I'm probably spoiling way too much here, but it's Ninja Gaiden 4. I mean, come on. You guys have probably at least beaten it by now, right? It's not that long. Well, I mean, not everybody just bought a copy. I mean, I pre-ordered mine like a while ago. That's why I was able to get it, because I just said, fuck it, I'm getting it now. I'm making damn sure I get it now. And then we got, like, Hyrule Warriors and Metroid Prime 4. Which, did I ever finish that thought of, like, hey, I have, like, 4 games that I'm looking forward to? I don't think I ever did finish that thought of, like, which 4 games at the end of the year I wanted, and 2 of them were good. Which was Silent Hill and Ninja Gaiden, and I'm hoping that one sec. It was 2712, right? 2712. Left, right, right, left. 2712, gotcha. It was left, right. Oh, yeah. Left. Right. There we go. Easy. Easy combination. Really cool save, though. I do kind of like that puzzle a little bit, not gonna lie. I think it gives you something. I could have sworn it gave you something. Besides the book. No, we need the book. Yeah, that's a key item. I meant, like, Life of Gods. But that could be, later. Most likely. But anyway, I don't mean to sound completely pessimistic by any means about, like, the future of gaming or anything like that. I mean, whatever's going to happen is going to happen. But I feel like we're going to, most likely with how people are, we're probably going to have the potential chance to keep game preservation a thing. Actually, it's funny because I didn't talk about like PlayStation fucking up preservation too much, but they were going to. They were close to doing it too. So they're not out of the woods. I'm not trying to be a fanboy. I'm just saying, like, I feel like the ones that would definitely do it, no doubt, absolutely for sure, is Nintendo. Nintendo are the biggest ones, I feel, that would just completely just say, you know what, fuck you. We're sending Nintendo ninjas to your house to take a hammer to your consoles. That is something that I feel like they would do. And then Microsoft would just somehow lose access to your games. They would just, out of nowhere, like, you would just have all your games on... Okay, so let me talk about why I'm getting this theory from. I went to go whip out Ninja Gaiden today, right? And the annoying thing is, like, I had this game both digitally and on disc, because, I mean, it was cheap digitally, so I'm like, yeah, that's how I got it first. And then I wanted a physical copy because I'm insane. So I mostly play, like, the digital version. Or I used to, but now I'm playing the disc version. I put the disc in and did all that fun stuff. But as soon as I started up the disc, and this happens on digital games too, by the way. I'm playing an older, like, you know, PS4 gen Xbox One. So this is probably just most likely maybe the console being dog shit. But, regardless, this has happened with multiple games, even digital games, where I'll just start up my Xbox. Everything will just load somewhat just fine. Take a little bit longer, but, you know, it usually just load okay. Then I would go to play said game, like Ninja Gaiden Black. I would whip it out, put it in and everything. And next thing I know, it would just start loading for a while and then say it's not loading anymore. Like something happened, error happened. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And the annoying thing too is, I don't know why they do this, but if you own a game physically and put the disc in, the damn thing will ask you to basically play it, or it'll take you to like the Suedo Xbox store to play the game. And I don't like that. I don't like how it has this sort of like, I don't know what you describe it as, but if you guys have an Xbox One, you probably know what I'm talking about. But like, there's like this small Suedo store thing that shows up. And it's like, you own this game, you can play it. And it's like, yes, I know, I put the disc in. But then again, I mean, if I'm not mistaken, when it comes to the older games that are not Xbox One, they have to emulate them, so they have to install and download the ports themselves. So maybe that's why that store came up, because I'm playing Black, which is a game that is not Xbox One officially. Like, you know, it was just an Xbox game. It's using back compat to play it, so that could be why that's happening. I don't know. I am so toast. And I think if you die here, it starts you over on the save. If I remember correctly, didn't Sigma change that to where if you die here, you die in real life? No. If you were to die here, you would just start from the beginning. Like, there's like a small sort of checkpoint thing. I think I might have fucked up pretty bad, but it's okay. I've always hated this part. Not because it was hard, just because it was annoying, that's why. And then if you fall down here, good luck, you're fucked. This should be an elixir, yeah. Which, I could either kill the little bastards, or do that. Definitely save the game. I've fallen down here plenty of times. Don't be like me and don't just save the game. Yeah, let's be a little less pessimistic and just say, like, most likely what's going to happen is we'll be okay. I am a little bit worried that consoles are just going to eventually just start to kind of die. You know, as in, like, just shelf life. But I'm hoping that, you know, people can just find fixes, or at least maybe potentially make it to where it's possible we can just play these games forever. Because Ninja Gaiden is one of those games I would absolutely adore playing forever. I'm not kidding. I probably wouldn't play Ninja Gaiden forever. Like, I probably wouldn't just whip it out, like, every day. If I was on an island, I had one game to play, it probably wouldn't be Ninja Gaiden Black. As much as I love Black, I think there's plenty of other games. If it was, like, one specific game I ever would play, I don't know if Ninja Gaiden 1 would be that. God of War, definitely not. God of War's good, but I don't see myself playing that one forever. You would need something like Animal Crossing or just something in general that would keep me, keep my brain going. Yeah, there you go, Brain Age. That'd be a thing to bring with you on a deserted island for the rest of your life. It wouldn't get old real quick. I feel like I probably would have used to say like something like Mario 64, but nowadays, nah. Mario 64 would just get old as shit. I mean, even DK Bonanza would probably just get old as fuck too. I think the closest thing for me would be Dread, but Metroid Dread, because Metroid Dread was fucking fantastic. But does it have the staying power? I mean, I played it 8 times in that 1 year it came out, but that doesn't mean anything. You know, that doesn't mean that's an entire life. Like, I mean, if you stretch it out over your lifetime, you know, if you just play, if you play the game, fuck the nunchakus. So, like, if you play it every once in a while and not just like every day for the rest of your life, you know, you go hunting, you go fishing for a bit, then you come back home and you have electricity and the ability to basically call for an SOS, but you decide to play Dread instead, you decide to play your Switch instead, then at that point, you could just take like a few days off of playing Dread and then come back and be like, I want to play some Dread again. And then you do, you know? Then it doesn't ever have to go away completely. I mean, I guess you could say the same thing about Ninja Gaiden as well. It's like you could theoretically do the same thing with that too, but I feel like for a Metroid game, I feel like it's a lot easier to do Metroid because of the fact that it's Metroid, and they're so short and sweet. Although, depending on the person you are, GTA or Call of Duty or even Battlefield would probably be more up the alley of constant fun and engagement. I don't know, because I'm the type that prefers to have a game that gives me content or single player enjoyment all the time. Although, technically, like Black Ops Zombies and such, especially like Black Ops 3 having potentially the best zombies with DLC, would probably be fitting. And funny enough, I don't think like a fighting game would probably help me much either. Well, the thing is, like with Call of Duty or Battlefield, like, are you able to play online with people? Like, if you're in a, you know, stuck on an island, I mean, would that still work? Potentially. I mean, in all reason, like, with this damn thing, it's like, you might as well just say that it does. It's kind of cheaping it out, I know, but you might as well just give it that. Just give it the pass and say, yeah, you can play online. But maybe you can't voice chat with people or something, I don't know. Oh, I fucking hate this shit. I'm sure there's always been a better way to get that damn box, but I've always just kind of done it, you know, in a really weird way. Oh, there he is. Yeah, of course. Do I even have enough of those by now? No. Close, but no. What about like Hyrule Warriors? Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition could probably last you a lifetime. I mean, it took like what, completionist like 1,000 hours just to finish the damn thing. So I wouldn't be surprised if that game could probably keep you company for a good long while. Honestly, I feel like the loneliness would probably kill me more than the goddamn game that I'm stuck with. The fact that I'm basically just alone and there's no human contact whatsoever would just fucking rip me apart. Hell, I'm practically lonely just nowadays. So, yeah, it's pretty fucking sad. I mean, I got family and friends I can go see and what have you, but when you come here, you know, when you go to sleep at night and the only thing that's keeping you company are those weird ghosts that are just floating around, it's not always the most fun. They don't really talk to me, you know, so. I'm just saying. Sorry, I'm just concentrating. I'm hearing noise outside, too. I'm trying to figure out what the hell they are. We should have the knockdown triangle move, right? No. Well, I think that's Ninja Gaiden 2, isn't it? I should know this. We need to get level 3 for Dragon Sword so I get that extra combo extend thing. When I did that cool combo a second ago, like that you know, circular attack thing, there's like one that should be, unless I'm thinking of Ninja Gaiden 3. Let's go back over the whole, like, let's do genre-specific games you would bring with you on an island. Let's say you had one of each genre. What game would I pick for every genre? Well, RPG-wise, definitely P3. Original, OG, Persona 3. No, not vanilla. FES. I would do FES. Because of just, I don't know, nostalgia and everything else. I mean, Paper Mario's also a really good one, too. Paper Mario's also a really good game. Oh, that's a tough one. Both Paper Mario and Persona 3 are like my favorite, and Superstar Saga are like my favorite RPGs. And Nocturne. I still have yet to play the Rhino remaster, actually. I just recently, I bought it like not that, well, quite a while ago. Maybe like a few months back. I bought because it was just there. And it was actually on sale. I was surprised to see it physically on sale for like, I think 40 bucks. I was like, what the fuck? That's not normal. A used copy of like Mario and Luigi Brotherhood. And I'm like, fuck yeah, I'll grab it. I've heard good things about this. Or at least I thought I did. Then I played it and I'm like, oh my god, like the combat's fine, but like the fucking, god, the talking, it's just, it's non-stop. The game is so fucking chatty, it's so annoying. And then, I heard that, you know, it was the same thing on, like, people were saying the same thing I was saying. Because I never really heard much about it besides, like, people saying, like, it's okay. Or at least it's decent or good or whatever. But I never really looked into it. I just had heard, you know, through the word of mouth, like, yeah, it's alright. It's a Mario and Luigi. We're back. We're so back, guys. And then I play it and it's like, oh, we're not back. This is a disgrace to Mario and Luigi. Like, don't get me wrong, like, Mario and Luigi could, you know, have the ability to conversate or whatever. They technically always could have RPG style conversation, talking, you know, what have you. But this game is so fucking handholdy. It's so annoying. I mean, don't get me wrong. I wouldn't be surprised if children today are that stupid. But, like, are children really that stupid? Do children really need to have their handheld this much? I'm not trying to say, like, we need to go back to the days of, like, NES games or whatever, where they were just fucking butt-fucking hard, even as an adult. You know, even for adults to play. Because, like, back then, the reason why they were so fucking hard was because, well, you gotta keep people playing the game. It kept engagement going, so it made sense. It's much like the same idea that, like, Platinum Games, or even in this regard, Team Ninja were able to pull off the arcade style of hack and slash formula, where you would always, like, you'd beat a game, either get New Game Plus with said game, or at the very least, have a reason to want to go back and play the game again. Or even Metroid, for that matter, would do the same thing, where it was so short and sweet and simple that you wanted more. At least that's, you know, the case for me, though, is I always want more with Metroid. So I play it again, you know. Yeah, this is not Ninja Gaiden 2, so Ryu does not just go flying toward people when he gets done killing one. It sucks, but it's just how it is, unfortunately. Gotta deal with the arrow guy first, because he's going to be a pain in the ass. Arrow guys have less health, but they're just as annoying, if not more annoying than the regular bastards. Because at least with this, I could just run over here, stay away, not get shot by something, and just honker down and charge UT. Man, I'm going to hate that second to last boss. I've always hated that fight. The skull one's fine, but, like, the guy after that, we have to, like, you know, control the platform or whatever. That one pisses me off. I hate that one. Final boss itself is not really that... The final boss is a fucking joke. You spend all that time potentially getting your ass beat throughout the entire game, quote-unquote. Because, again, I don't think the game is super hard. Especially on normal. On normal, it's not that hard. On Master Ninja, it's also manageable, too. And that's the thing, though, with this game, is it's quite manageable. If you just space yourself and charge UTs, you can pretty much get through most of the game really no harm. It just really depends on, you know, what you're doing, and if you know what you're doing. Alright, anyway, back to the topic at hand. I feel like Persona 3 probably would be the best option, but that's just probably just a huge bias. For most people, it might just be Persona 5 at that point, if we're talking, you know, Persona stuff, but, that's why I'd say definitely P3 FES, no doubt. Not Reload. Reload was okay, but I prefer the original. Hack and slash wise. See, that's where it kind of comes down to, too, is like, what about hack and slash wise? Well, funny enough, I mean, Devil May Cry 4, maybe, but I doubt. No, I don't know. Sometimes I want to say that, but I'm going to be honest with you. Either Metal Gear Rising would be the perfect choice. Transformers Devastation is fine, but I don't think it would last me forever. I don't think it would last. It's a cross-up between, weirdly enough, you might hate me for this, Ninja Gaiden 3, Metal Gear Rising. Those are probably like the two main ones I would probably pick if I had to have just one singular hack and slash to play forever. I grew up as a God of War kid, but I'm more of a Ninja Gaiden adult, if anything, I feel. And then for DMC-wise, I mean, I'm sure DMC 5 could probably keep some people going, but for me, like, it had to be like DMC 4. If I had to pick a DMC, that is. But, Reboot's fine. I like Reboot enough, but I feel like, personally for me, I feel like a game where I can just keep consistently trying to get better at it would probably be more preferable. And I like Ninja Gaiden 3's combat enough to warrant that one, because I feel like even though it's not the peak of Ninja Gaiden, I do honestly feel like Ninja Gaiden 3 is really good in what it does, and that it would be a really nice game to have. Now, platformer wise, ooh, this is a tough one. Mario Odyssey is a good one, because I mean that one could last you forever too. I would say Mario 64, but it kind of crosses the question of, are you allowed to play mods or not? You know, I think that's the first thing we should probably answer. Are mods allowed? And I would say, you know what, just for the fuck of it, sure, why the hell not? But that'd be cheating, wouldn't it? Let's just, you know what, actually, yeah, let's just say no. Let's just say no. Platformer-wise, I used to probably say Mario 64. I feel like that would be something I would have said as a kid. But as an adult now, it's like, it's kind of cheating. It's totally cheating. But what about the Crash Trilogy? You could say Mario 3D All-Stars, too, because it's a collection, but personally, I feel like the Crash Trilogy might be more up my alley for something I would have as a platformer forever. Because, like, Spyro, like, I like Spyro 1. I like Spyro 1, but, I don't think I could keep up with Spyro 2 and 3 forever. Or even the ones after that, like 4 and stuff. I don't think I could do that. For fuck's sake, of course I fall off, and I think they spawn back again anyway. Yep, they do, of course. But yeah, definitive-wise, let's just... Yeah, I'd say Crash Trilogy for now. I mean, my opinions might change, obviously, in the future, but I'd say for now, we'll just stick with that, I guess. Alright, I'm just not gonna fuck with this. I'm sick of this shit. This is the worst part of the game, in my opinion. I was trying to climb back up this fucking crap. Because you got these dumbass arrow guys that are just gonna knock you off whenever you try to, you know, God forbid, do anything. And to be fair, as much as I like Ninja Gaiden 1, the platforming is a little bit... It's a little weird. So... Okay, you know what? I take back what I said about my hack and slash, because I completely forgot that this counts as a hack and slash. Hyrule Warriors. I would probably just say Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition. I think that would be the best choice. And then RPG-wise, I'm just going to stick with P3. As much as I like Paper Mario 1, I... Like, P3 I feel like adds just enough. Visual novel-wise. There you go. I'm not going to do that one. No, I have an answer for it, but... I don't want to see... Not because it's, like, disgusting or anything. It's just... I'm a little gatekeepy. What can I say? Yeah, there you go. Doki Doki Literature Cup. There you go. That's one. There you go. Do that one. No, platformer-wise, Crash Trilogy, but if I had to pick a Crash game, it's as unfortunate as it sounds, I'm not actually a big fan of Crash 2 much anymore. But Crash 1's too short and sweet, which is not a bad thing. But because I think it's too short and sweet, it would kind of just... I mean, Crash 2 is about as long as Crash 1, if you really put it that way. Crash 3 is the longest one of them all. Like, I don't really care much for Crash 3 either, but that would probably give me the most bang for my buck, too. I'm trying to think. We'll just go okay. We'll go from the bottom save if things happen. Hopefully nothing does happen. Horror game-wise. Oh, that's a tough one, because then... Does Resident Evil 4 count as a horror game? I mean, Resident Evil 4 would be the fucking perfect choice. Honestly, Resident Evil 4 Remake would probably be the perfect choice, because Mercenaries is fucking awesome. We'll do one more, actually. Mercenaries on Remake was really good for me, personally. But then again, so was 8's Mercenaries. That would keep me going for a while. Shooter-wise, some people might think like I might say Bioshock, which, you know, makes sense, because that's supposed to be my favorite game of all time. Supposed to be. Sometimes things change, I just don't feel like playing Bioshock, but I still probably would say it's, at least, you know, yeah. I don't know, I feel like, honestly, Black Ops 3 might be the better choice. Like, if I got to play online, because the online was decent, the zombies was good, so... I'm dead. Yeah, I'm dead. I would probably have to go with maybe... I know I'm kind of shooting myself in the foot with this one, but maybe that one. But then again, you know, Apex Legends, you know, you could say that like an online shooter would probably be a better choice too. Like something you could play online forever. And if there was one game I could play online forever that if it did have people like constantly inside of it, I would definitely say Battlefield 3, but... That would just be Metro 24/7, but at that point, it'd just be Metro 24/7, 365 for my ass. I'm gonna stick with Black Ops 3 and just because of like zombies and well, the campaign was kind of whatever, but personally, that might be the better choice. Again, as much as I love Bioshock, I mean, well, then again, I mean, Bioshock gives me plenty of single player content. That I think it could definitely warrant a multiple playthrough. So, it wouldn't be a bad idea. That's a tough one, isn't it? Because you really got to think about like what makes something at least... I mean, because there's obviously going to be, like, favoritism toward things, but then there's also the case of, like, well, you got to make sure that it's something that keeps you occupied forever, too. You know? And I feel like Bioshock could fit in that category of keeping me occupied. But, I don't know. If I had to say third-person shooter, I could probably say Resident Evil 4. And then for a horror game, I'd say Silent Hill 2. Probably Remake, actually. Which I know to some is probably just absolute heresy, but... Remake! Oh, I fell on my fucking chair because my fucking back is killing me. Oh, sorry, I'm trying to pop my back, but it won't fucking pop. God damn. It hurts. Oh, I hate how this game does that shit, where it keeps changing my stuff. It keeps making me go back into first-person view. That's stupid. Watch, someone's gonna watch this and be like, haha, what an idiot. He said this game was not that hard. And here he is, dying constantly to the easiest boss in the entire game. Yeah. Still not that hard. It's funny because I'll play a game. I'll play, say, I don't know, fucking God of War 1, right? I'll play God of War 1. I'll get to the clone fight and then just all of a sudden start sucking. And then it'll take me like 15 tries. Well, it probably wouldn't take that long, but you get the point. The point is, like, something will take me like 15, 20 tries. I'm over here breaking my controller. I'm over here raging. And then I'll just beat it and say, that was easy. I tend to do that. By the way, I prefer going from the bottom save instead of the top save, because like the top save, I'll get way too greedy and then jump down. And it's too high up, too, so I'll just jump down and get myself killed. Yeah, horror game, it's a cross-up between either Silent Hill 2, the original one, or Silent Hill 2 Remake. But I feel like because I haven't really played Remake a lot, I think that's probably why I most likely probably choose that one. Because I've played Silent Hill 2, the original one, enough to warrant, you know, enough time. But it's still a fantastic game, though. And the thing is, too, like, when it comes to horror stuff, I'm not a big fan of games that just need to rely solely on the fact of being jump scare. It's going to sound really cringe, and I'm not a theater kid, I promise, but I prefer my psychological type scares more so than some. Like, I prefer things to look creepy and uncanny than they are just jump scares. Which is why, like, Pyramid Head, still to this day, freaks me the fuck out when you see him in the apartments. It's just, it's unnerving. Like, I know what it is. I know it. But there's still, like, that little bit of, like, yeah, but what if, you know? What if the one day, even though you know he can't move, he does? It's just, it's terrifying. Honestly, another RPG contender would be, like, Digimon World 1. I think that would keep me occupied forever, but that game does get kind of boring. Not gonna lie. At least I get kind of bored of it. That's just me, though. I don't know. I never gotten super far in it anyway. I never beat it either, but it's one of those where it has some high enough replay value, I guess. By the way, I don't think you can fall off here. I think there's an invisible wall. As it should be. All right, one more leg. We have to jump over the tail for this one. So, I was gonna say, make sure you're. Holy fucking hell! What game was it where they changed the amount of projectiles that fire at you on harder difficulty? I don't remember. There you go, chapter done, and we have to go back down because he floods this bitch. And I died multiple times, so I'm probably not gonna get any good score whatsoever. Okay. I'll take it, I guess. Oh, yes, Chapter 7. We're almost, like, halfway through the game, I think. And the game tells us, like, hey, by the way, go back down. The door is right there. Go down there. I still find it funny that they just give you a free 1,000 gods. They're like, here you go, have it. Ah, Kingdom Hearts is also a really good option for an RPG, but that could be an action RPG. See, now we're cheating it. Now we're cheating the system. Junior Heroes. Kingdom Hearts 2, specifically. I can wring out like 100 hours of that game. Not kidding. Because usually I'll just do everything that I can, and then I'll just go and do the data fight stuff after I get done with like most of the main campaign and post-game stuff. Well, that's post-game, so I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm going to double save it just in case. Or just save it in general because I don't think I saved it. After the boss. Because, yeah, after chapters, they do not save. So you got to make sure that you do actually do that. If I had to pick an action RPG, definitely Kingdom Hearts 2. But I'm just going to consider that an RPG at that point. Because it's kind of like a combination of both hack and slash and RPG, but still. And then beat 'em ups, I probably would still consider. I wonder if. I don't think you can do that early anyway. I think it just does on its own. I was going to say, I'm pretty sure that it just does it by itself. I should use Windmill Shuriken. The Thuriken? Game? I'd like for you to be nice to me sometimes. You've been nice to me before, but now all of a sudden you're just being a dickhead. Oh yeah, this is funny, because the ability to jump on people's heads is actually an upgrade you get in Ninja Gaiden 4 of all things. You just flat out start with it in this game. Actually, yeah, we should probably buy those. It's new! It's Mamu! You voted and we listened! That's it for that. I could get the flail upgraded, but I don't feel like the flail needs an upgrade. No, that's not true. One upgrade wouldn't hurt, would it? It wouldn't matter. I'll say that much. I only use it for technical stuff. I don't use it for anything like combo potential-wise or anything like that, so... It has its uses for me. Hang on, what do... We've gotten quite a few of those already, which is pretty good. I quite like that. Alright. Grab this, jump down here, because the bridge falls anyway, and then I don't think it matters which door we go through. Switch to the bow, because this game sucks. Just kidding. This should be arrows too, right? No, it's okay. And then kill these ass wipes. If you can hit them. I'm not gonna worry about the whole like health. Oh, fuck off, dude. Arrows should be down here, I think. Oh no, that's the other area then. Okay. Think of something else. Yeah, I was gonna say I want that health. I feel like for some weird reason, it's easier to get that to happen in this game. Like I feel like I could just do the charge UT trick, and it works in this in black, but not specifically Sigma. Well, then again, I was too close right there, so that's why that happened. And once again, I charged too much, so... Yeah, I mean, user error. It's just what happens. Alright. That was bound to happen. I'm an idiot for that one. Loop. I'm trying to think of, like, any other genres I can think of. Puzzle game. There you go. I don't know. Oh, you fucking whore. Brain age? I guess. I mean, at least it keeps you occupied for a while. Well, I'd rather take the spikes. It's easier just to take the damage than just get knocked completely off. Yeah, I wish this game would sometimes let me skip things, but they don't. Also, where the fuck is our copy of Tomb Raider Anniversary for PlayStation Plus at, huh? I mean, don't get me wrong, I own the game. I can play it on PS2 if I wanted to. It's like one of my favorite Tomb Raiders. Because I like Tomb Raider 1 a lot, so... Maybe one day we'll get a Tomb Raider 1 Let's Play for you guys. Maybe even Anniversary, who knows. He actually jump scared me. Not gonna lie, I actually got jump scared by him. I did not expect him to be right there. I don't know why I didn't think that. Scared the shit out of me. Oh yeah, we have level 3 now. Nice. We'll get level 4 later. At least we should. And this side I think is an elixir as well. Yeah. We already have full elixirs, so... Which is funny because I usually end up having full elixirs here anyway. I forget. Is that... Yeah. Oh, God damn it. Here's where the actual scarab was. That's why I looked in the other room for that one, because I didn't think that it was there, like an idiot. And now you have infinite arrows, which is really nice. Oh yeah, fighting game. That's a good one. Oh, that's a tough one, too. Eunice is really good. Eunice... Tekken 7? Even though Tekken 8 is the newest one, I'd rather just play Tekken 7. But Tekken Tag 2 would probably keep you way more invested, because it has almost all the characters I want. Except for Kunimitsu from Tekken 7. I like Kunimitsu in Tekken 7 over Kunimitsu 2. Which I think that's just Kunimitsu 2 anyway, but Tekken 7-fied. So... Under Night is a fantastic game, but Melty Blood's also really good too. It'd either be something Arxis or French Bread. That's the only thing I can think of, or at least Tekken. Although Soul Calibur 2 would also work. Oh yeah, I have to fight this thing again. Oh well. I forgot to show this off before, but we've done this in Sigma anyway, so you guys already got to see that. But Flying Swallow trick. It kind of works. And then just charge up, because he'll probably drop health, most likely, and go for a giant UT. And hey, look at that. We got a lot of damage off that one. That's surprising. I think in Master Ninja mode, at least for Sigma, lackeys appear. Or that could just be like a hard difficulty thing in general. Like, regardless. That sounds about right. Okay, almost dead. And just think, like, the little tiny chip attack that you do with his tentacles, like the small little damage you do to his tentacles actually counts as health. Or damage to his health, too, which is really nice. Absolutely, for sure, one of the most pathetically easy bosses of the entire game. But that's Ninja Gaiden in a nutshell. Either you get a really stupid easy boss, or you get something that's criminally evil, and you're left scratching your head like, why the fuck does that exist? I wonder if I can get the blue orb right after I do this, but I don't think so. I think it just came into me right before I quit. Yeah, I figured as much. God damn it. But there you go, that's how you get back up. So now we can go save the game again. Although, this is on the other side, actually. So, grab this. They keep making me use shit. I'm doing Inferno. We're getting Inferno upgraded fully before we do anything else. So. I'll do Windmill, actually. We haven't shown that off. Or Smoke Bombs, but... I don't need to show anything off. I'm just having fun, man. You know, there's nothing to show off. It's Ninja Gaiden Black. You guys should know how this game is by now. Well, there might be somebody out there that doesn't know what this game is like. Or maybe they don't know the differences between this game and Sigma. And they're looking to me to explain all those differences. And yet, here I am, just screwing it all up, and not being a cool guy and telling anybody about anything. I'm being a loser. And that's not fair. No, but... I don't know, I mean... If you really want to go, if you really wanted to truly go find out like the differences, you can. I'm sure there's someone out there that's done a way better job than I ever could on explaining things. I'm trying to remember. Was there a scarab down here? Most likely not. It should have been. I could have sworn there was. No, I think it's. Fuck. Damn it! Come on. I'm trying to jump here. Ah! Kind of forgot how to reset it. I think you just walk outside and then it just does it that way. Yeah, because these assholes appear. Fuck the windmill for now. It's good, don't get me wrong, but... No, wait, I think you're supposed to press that. Like, that's a thing you're supposed to just press down, I think. Should activate it, like, as a button. This game is pissing me off! I tried. I tried to cheese. Oh, fuck me. Why is it being such a dick all of a sudden? I'm pretty sure you can't... Oh. That's right. And that raises that back up. If I remember correctly, I think you only get like the one quote-unquote shot at this. Also, I really like how they have the camera just aim it on enemies and stuff. It's really nice. It's one of those nice things that... Oh, yeah, that's right. Doi. I keep doing this thing always... I'm always doing this thing wrong, because I'm always thinking it's one way or the other, and it's just... It's that easy. Silly me. And this right here is another reason why I actually like Ninja Gaiden 1 a lot, because it still feels like a platformer at the end of the day. It still has that game feel. Because like Ninja Gaiden 3 is pretty much hallway, which, you know... I don't personally mind the aspect that it's a hallway game, kind of, to an extent. Because for me, like, when it comes to hack and slash games, I mean, depending on the type of hack and slash, I just want to get to the point where I hit things in the head. You know? But then again, like God of War, you know, that makes it to where it also has puzzles too, so... I don't think we can do the Dwarku fight yet. I think we have to fight him later. I feel like we might have to. And I'm pretty sure the diary changed. Oh, I could have sworn there was Neko. That could just be, hard mode only. Yes, I forgot that counter was a thing. Remember what I said earlier? Like, oh yeah, we got counter now. We're good. Barely uses it. Because of course I do. I think it changed. Right, left, right, left. 1410. Right, left, right, left. Okay. 1410. There. As easy as Sunday morning. And one more, and we got another nice little upgrade. And now that we have this cool key... Cool key, cool key. Oh, fuck. Oh, I fucked up dearly. I forgot to save. Oh, this is going to be bad. No, we'll be alright. We'll be fine. Right? Right? Maybe. And again, the game proceeds to fuck me in the ass. Because it thinks it's funny. Yeah. Oops. I hate this bitch. There. Did something to her. God, she is a fucking whore of a character. I mean, I get that she's a demon, but for fuck's sake, does she have to be this retarded hard? And then the cursed fucking goddamn Ninja Gaiden lock-on is just absolutely abysmal. If there was ever any reason to be prejudiced against anybody, it's definitely Alma. It's a joke. She is just awful. I know it doesn't look like... It doesn't look all that bad, but you try playing this. Well, you think this is shit, just wait. Yeah, you just wait. Or try this shit on Master Ninja mode, then come talk to me. On either version, I don't care. Sigma, it don't matter, just anything. This is not even like where she gets bad either. Oh no. Oh yeah, she gets way worse. You might think like, well that's crazy. How does a character like this get way worse? I mean... Is that even remotely possible? Yes. First of all, there's that. The fact that she can dodge your fucking goddamn Inferno is already just bad enough as is. Yeah, I could just spam Inferno if I really wanted to, just to knock her out of the air. But then I'm wasting elixirs just to do the damn thing, just to kill her ass. But then again, that's what we say these things for, right? They're items, let's use them. Not gonna lie, I got hella lucky there. Or just, I've gotten better at the game. It's one of the two. I don't know, but I don't think it's the latter. Nah, I think it's a combination of both. Like, look at that. I still got fucking head ninja of all that shit. Of all that good shit I pulled. Still get screwed over. Alright, now we're going back to this shithole, and, well, there's Rachel. So that's where we're going. So if you weren't exactly 100% sure on where to go, which I don't blame you, that's pretty much it. So we're going to go find that place again. Like, it's not too hard to find. Why do I keep looking here? Just go buy your fucking elixirs. It's okay, dude. Just go max out your elixirs and get Lunar up, I guess. Fudge, we'll get Gregorian Flail too. Why not? Nice. Alright, cool. I got 3. Very nice. And the chance of a Nympho spawning is actually pretty good too, I feel. As in, whenever you're missing either health or Nympho, I feel like the game makes it to where it's a lot easier to eventually get that. Alright, so now I gotta deal with these ass wipes. I'm sure Ayane told me their name, but I don't remember their name. And grabbed. Okay, cool. That's cute. These guys are just annoying. Not hard, just annoying. Which usually sometimes does lead into the fact of them being hard, but they're just more annoying than anything. Yeah, maybe that was a bad idea. Lunar can be used for other things. Well, Lunar Staff is especially useful for certain boss fights in Ninja Gaiden 2. It does kind of suck a little bit that Lunar, for me at least, gets kind of knocked down to the concept of like, yeah, it's just a boss cheese weapon. And that's really about all it ends up being. But if you want to go through here and do other stuff, you totally could, but I'm not going to. We're not going to stick around for too long. We're just going to get through here and get out. I mean, I'll probably kill a few guys just to make up for it, but... because I could use some extra cash again. Just for the sake of it. Because having just enough cash around at all times is just always something nice to have. And no sewer shit yet, either. How quaint. I'm going to save it in case. I could die. This game has a pretty easy way of killing you, so... and that basically right there just signified we're going the right way. Nice little in-game showcase that, like, yep. Also for a third-person shooter game to take with you on an island, Vanquish. Resident Evil 4 probably would fit that better, yeah, but I do feel like Vanquish is also a really good choice for that. Anything Shinji Mikami related is usually pretty good. Goof Troop's a puzzle game, that counts. That could be the puzzle game, yeah. There you go. That was a Mikami game. I'm not gonna fight these guys. I'm gonna actually choose not to do that this time. Yeah, I know. I'm surprised. Ah, my nose is itchy. But I will probably fight these asswipes because Rocket Guy is gonna get in the way and he's gonna kill the mood. Because he's an asshole. I was about to say, who was it that had a hard time with Flying Swallow? And it's like, oh yeah, that's right, it was DSP. But not... I'm sure he probably had a hard time with this game too, but no, there's no doubt he did. But he was playing 4. And he was bitching about the tracking on it. Fuck you. Game. And guess what? We have that skull key. Remember what we do with that? That's right. We have an optional area we can go into. I'll throw a shuriken at him. Why not? You guys get to see what those do finally. Not much. So there you go. Happy birthday. You didn't get anything you wanted, Timmy, but, you know. All you got for your birthday was a drunk dad and beating your mom, so. Ugh. I did not like that joke either. Did not like that one either. Alright. Time for the fun one. So, I think we have to come here first anyway, don't we? Because this is where you get the bow at. I think you need this. Yeah, because it unlocks, I don't know why, but I feel like it unlocks the door, doesn't it? I don't fucking remember. No, there's a button in here. Yeah, before we leave, there's a button. No, not that one. Where is it? Oh, fuck off. It's gonna open only when... Okay, so this wasn't really optional, was it? I could've... Whoa, wait, oh. I completely forgot about the scarab for a second there. Silly me. Ryu, I'm gonna kick you in the balls if you don't fucking get up this damn thing. Like, he'd feel it anyway. I don't think dude probably even has... Like... It might sound weird, but there's something that tells me that Ryu, for some reason, probably doesn't have balls. He probably chopped them off because it was a weakness. He's like, I don't need balls, because if I had those, somebody would kick me in them and then I would hurt. That'd be very unfortunate. Seems like the honorable thing to do. Alright, so that fucked up, but hey, the door's right here. And I don't remember if you're supposed to go here or not, like if you're supposed to say anything or not, or kill somebody or something, I don't know. Let's switch bows. Oh, it is switched. Oh, okay. Cool. Because I could have sworn there's a guy, like, right up there. Well. Either way. And then the boss fight. Yeah, you heard that right. Boss fight. Oh, okay. Wow. That's so different. I guess they changed it in, that other funny game, right? Wait. Where is he? Oh, it's the... No, I think you're supposed to run away from this. No. Holy fucking hell, dude. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, now we have to get back up there and then shoot that thing. That's why. Okay, he gives us nothing anymore. Just because I know I'm wasting him, but it's fine. I'll get him back. Probably. Maybe. Fucking course. Well, then where's the asshole? There he is. I was gonna say. There. Yeah, because that's how you find out about the strongbow anyway. Is, either you just go there optionally because you see the fucking key door and, you know. I'm sure most people probably most likely either remembered that there was a key door, and even if they didn't remember the key door being there, you could just end up there anyway because of the whole, I'll use one. Just to buy more. Because you get money, or I mean you get, more karma if you have Nimpo. If you save Nimpo and stuff. Which I usually don't try to use Nimpo anyway. I mean, unless it's something very specific that I probably needed to do. Alright. Nah, I fucked up. What a bunch of dicks. They make you shoot the damn glass, and then they make you shoot the button. That's some funny stuff. Imagine not having arrows for that, or just having only just like one arrow left, and you're like, what the fuck? I gotta go back down, and they probably respawn the damn thing anyway, and you might not know there's arrows to pick up anyway. But then again, you see the guy with arrows in them, so that's usually a pretty good sign, a pretty good tell. You know what's funny is like defense basically just gives me nothing. Hardly even helps. There used to be a boss fight here. That could be a Sigma only thing. Or we fought him before and I just totally forgot I did. I doubt it, but I don't know, man. What do you mean no essence? What the fuck are you talking about? I didn't get any essence. Okay. Yeah, the game's starting to rip me off now. It's starting to kind of fuck me over on things. It's weird. Like, rating... The rankings doesn't matter for me. I don't really care. I mean, it does hurt a little bit, not gonna lie. It's like, oh, man, that does kind of suck, but that's fine. I could swear there's a scare around here. I think it's up ahead, actually. God, I need to figure out what the fuck's eating up my computer space. So I have no clue. I know Evil West is like 30 gigs. That's already 30 gigs down there. I have 5 recorded videos of Evil West, I think. So that takes up space too. But then even when I delete all those and Evil West, I still end up with like 70 gigs left. And I still have no clue where the other fucking 70 went. I don't have that many games that take up that much space downloaded. But according to my computer, I sure do. So, well, I know where one came from, and that was Gears Tactics. I had that downloaded because I had Game Pass for a bit, and I forgot to play it. So, oopsies. Yeah, I might as well just keep the fucking bow on the entire game at this point, because... Gotta deal with this annoying ass crap. Oh, I hate when that happens. Like, we can technically move on. We don't have to fight all these guys, which is nice. But I probably should just do what I can, because I would like some more money. Some more shmoney. Oops. Why'd they only give me health, though? Because they probably want me to do UT. I bet you. Oh, there's any more. No. Alright. Explosive arrows. Oops, sorry. Had an itch. This room is ass. Absolutely hate this goddamn room with a passion. For fashion. I want to say you probably have to activate the button first to get Ryu to be like, oh, I need to do a puzzle here. Because he can't seem to figure out the fact that he could just do that already. He's like, wait a minute, I need a key card. You probably don't have to do that, but I feel like you do. And then I think there's a way you can kind of like just sort of cheese this. Yeah. I don't care. Fuck this. I don't care. I don't want to go through all the trouble having to jump up there just to jump back down. You know? It's a huge waste of time, man. And I think that explosive arrows are the only thing that you get in this room. I think. Sounds about right. Oh, my cock and balls. Can we move on with this? Windmill Shuriken, I think, can actually destroy them. But you're better off. No, it wasn't cores. It might have been the other arrow. Yeah, of course it is. Ugh. And the worst part is these guys infinitely... Well... I say infinitely respawn, but they feel like they do. I'm pretty sure they do. Like, I think it's, as soon as you hit that button, I think they're just going to spawn back in anyway. They are bullies to, like, the utmost degree of bully in this game. You'll see what I mean. Remember those arrow dudes we had earlier that kept hitting me off platforms and stuff? Yeah, well, this is what these guys do. But almost slightly worse. And then the fucking goddamn Castlevania ass. You're going there, jump. Because God forbid having just a regular standing jump's not enough. Well, then again, giving us a double jump wouldn't make any sense either. I like the jumping in this game, so it's fine. I don't care. The game's already pretty much perfect anyway. I'm just a hater. What can I say? What can I say? That's something that I don't think anybody's going to get the reference to. But if you're curious, there was this guy I used to watch back in the day on Uncharted 3 who would play a character named Ming from Beijing. Yeah, it's definitely one of the older stuff, but still. It was funny back then. You know, I thought it was funny back then. So forgive a 15-year-old humor, I guess. Oh, sucks. Well, although I don't think I need to do that anyway. I don't think I have to go up there, but... Yeah, because see, like, this just leads to this. More so than anything. And you can just do that. But, that's... Hold on. That's right, that's right. I almost forgot. Yeah, you can't... Yeah. Fuck! I hate this part. Probably by default, probably like my least favorite level. Not gonna lie. It's because these twerps. They make it a lot worse. God damn it, my back's acting up again. It's fucking in pain. Yeah, I know, I get it. Haha, I'm getting old. Whatever, fuck off. You're so funny and original. Don't you love not having the ability to aim? You know, why did I do that for? I could have just ran up here. But that button's not turned on. Holy fucking hell. If there ever was a puzzle that's just like the most obnoxious one, this would be it. Because this one just... This one sucks. Let's be real. Oh, thanks. Whatever. I missed like almost all of my shots. It's fine. I don't care. Well, you know what? I'm over here. I'm not gonna be over here for much longer. So let's just grab it and go. We're gonna have free health back. And there they are, trying to ruin my day. And they can. And they will. They might not exactly succeed, but they definitely could. I could have sworn that was a Life of the Gods. No, Life of the Gods. No, that's a Scarab. That's up here. Yeah. Just a golden scarab, that's all. Beep. Alright, cool. Grab this. Gives us a map. I wanted the fucking ID card, not really anything else, but whatever, game. Now, we head out. And now I can jump off this thing. Jump down here and go outside. And either we fight boss now or we fight boss later, I forget. Yeah, I've played this game for like 20 years and I've forgotten just about every... Oh, it's this area. Okay, so just fight guys. RPG guys, too, by the way. So UTs are not going to be very viable. I should explain, for those that are wondering, what the fuck is a UT? UT means Ultimate Technique. This is a level 1 UT. It's when you charge your triangle or Y. For this game, it's Y, of course, but... And don't ask why, just take it as it is. And it gives you more essence, like I explained in the last... You get more money when you chain it and stuff. Although I think the chain does kind of stop, though. I don't know when exactly, but eventually it should just make it to where, like, yeah, I don't really get a ton more money out of it. Fucking hell, of course. The cursed Ninja Gaiden lock-on. But then again, I mean, it was thinking I was charging UT. And so the person who was, of course, going to be on the ground standing would be the one he'd probably focus on more so than anything. But I wanted to get a ground stab. And you can actually stop essence from floating to you if you hold block. So whenever you're letting go of block, essence will come to you. I think that was just a... I think most likely they made that the way it is to kind of, like... Sort of like a... Not like a punish, but just like a slight little, you know, difficulty thing of... Well, not like difficulty thing. How do I explain this? Maybe a technical thing of like, hey, you know, do you want to use it for... Like, if you want to keep it floating around so you can keep it for your charges, your T, you can. But then we can also fuck the player by making him not get health when he needs it, so... Then you have to let go, and it's like a... It's like one of those, you know, risk-reward things, I guess. But anyway, that's it for this. I'm going to double save just in case. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you next time for some more Ninja Gaiden Black. I'm going to lay down for a bit and help my fucking back out here because it's starting to hurt because this chair sucks. But anyway, yep, that's it. So, take care, everybody.